What is up, everybody? This is Zero. Thank y'all for coming through. As you see here, this is kind of gonna be a new thing of mine. You know, I'm a lone wolf, so anybody that relates, lone wolf stand up. Hey Shay, how you doing? So yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna make this one because I got one later on, but just something I thought about like when I was looking through certain quotes, and it was like quotes that the Joker had made. I guess it was doing like quotes that like people who played the Joker had made, and thing about it was like some interesting quotes. I mean, I seen people they make videos on Joker quotes. I'm not sure if all of them are based off of a Joker character, but just it's just interesting to uh to see that there were so many quotes. I mean, some of them seem inspirational, some of them seem pretty informative, but at the end of the day, what I mean, it's like pick the quotes that were like that people could relate to. And I remember seeing the Dark Knight movie. I remember rewatching one of the clips from the Dark Knight movie, and this was like the clip where the Joker snuck into the snuck into the to the to Harvey Dent's hospital room after he had been in that explosion in the movie The Dark Knight, and when he it's like when Joker snuck in as a nurse, and it's kind of funny that he didn't recognize the Joker when he came in as a nurse because one of the cops were coming out there and coming in to get Harvey Dent, and Coach Joker took him, shot him, and after that, he was talking to Harvey Dent, pretty much tell him like, hey, this wasn't what happened to you wasn't personal, and like as he was well, I mean, yeah, like thing he said was he said because he said, oh, I didn't do that. I was in the in the Gordon's office, something like that. He was being interrogated at the time this was going on, and he was like saying, he said, no, you're men. He said, Harvey Dent said, you're men, you're playing. And then he looked and said, do I look like a guy with a plan? He said, I'm just a dog chasing cars. He said, I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one. He's like, just do things. And he was saying how like people like Gordon and Batman, all that like are like schemers. Like, they always trying to plan something out. He said, you were a schemer. And he said he did it to show that he said he did what he did to show the schemers that, how silly their plans are. And that was like what resulted in Harvey Dent having have his face burnt off, of course, become earned the name Two Face. But when he actually but after he got through after Joe got through talking, he started uncuffing him. I mean, uncuffing his restraints, and because he was on the hospital bed, uncover restraints, and Harvey was about to trying to attack the Joker, but the rest of his body was still kind of well, at least his upper body was strapped down. He tried to reach out to Joker, and the Joker was home down. He was like, and he was telling him about like anarchy, and I have the I'm going to show you exactly how he what he put. So this was said, he grabbed him, he gave him like a 357, probably 44. I don't know too much about guns, but he gave it to him. He was giving it to him. He was saying, "Hey, introduce a little anarchy. Set the established order. And everything becomes chaos." And he told me he was agent of chaos, and oh, and the thing about chaos is fair. And I was like, I mean, then I thought about it, I was like, huh. Hey, Marilyn, hey, Roy Simpson. I see y'all. And he was pretty much saying how fair it was. And I thought about it, like, it is to a certain extent because order you have to set certain rules. I mean, chaos is order too, but the thing about okay, appreciate you coming through. But thing about order is you kind of have to set it. You kind of have to make it, to structure it a certain way. Chaos, you don't really have to structure it a particular way. It just is. And it's really, I mean, chaos is order, and I'll tell you why. Because chaos is an unpredictable form of order. See with the order we know, that it's set amount of rules that you can expect certain things to happen. You know what to expect from order. Chaos, you don't know what to expect. I mean, unless you kind of, I guess unless you figure out the pattern, because chaos does have a pattern. It might be a little harder. I mean, patterns might switch up, but if you keep up with it, you can pretty much see the order in chaos. So it's like when just seeing that particular one, and like it's like the character, the Joker. He's people that don't really know much about it or just see him like he's just a crazy person, but Joker is actually not crazy. Hard to believe, right? Joker's actually not crazy. He's actually a brilliant mastermind. I mean, and hey, Melissa, hey, Chef, y'all coming in quick, but yeah, the thing about the Joker is he's brilliant, and like thing about it is it's like the stuff he does. I mean, he does it because he sees the way society works as one big cosmic joke. So when he looks at that, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna be the one that plays the joke on everybody else. So be the most horrible and ridiculous. Be the most horrible. Terrible person. Be just kind of disrupt everything because with the Joker, yeah, like I said, he's Agent of Chaos. Man, if I mean, I could probably go so far as say he's probably chaos incarnate. I mean, it's like Joker is like so. I mean, it's like even if you were to doubt like his genius, just the fact that Batman has never figured out Joker's identity, that should tell you something right there. I mean, it was the acid that really kind of changed him. But if you ever read the uh the comic The Killing Joke, it kind of shows like Joker was kind of like an ordinary person. Now we still didn't know who his name was. Never got to figure out who his name was. But the thing about it is, it's like he wasn't. No one knows who he is. Like Batman has all the best equipment. He's known as the world's greatest detective, and when he did that. I mean, it's like when he look. I mean, because he's been searching for the Joker for so long, but the he is never able to find any trace of the Joker anywhere. And I think maybe at one point in time they said he may have found it. I mean, it might have said the Joker was probably immortal, but I don't think that was I think that turned out to not be true. I don't know. I don't know if the Joker actually. I don't think Joker actually said that, but I haven't heard that quote. I know he did say something along those lines, though. Yeah, I mean, cause like think about it is it's like even with with the battles in the comics and with Batman the Joker is actually went easy. Actually was going easy on Batman. Like well, he was going easy on Batman because he wanted Batman to become better. But if you ever seen Batman Endgame, like when Joker said, "Hey, I'm just gonna stop playing with you." Hey, you don't want me around. Okay, I mean, it's like when Joker stopped playing. Oh yeah, Batman, Batman almost lost his life trying to stop the Joker. Like it started off with Batman facing off against the Justice League that had like the Joker toxin in them, like the entire Justice League. And Batman and Batman barely made out with that. He beat the Justice League, but he barely made it out. Good thing for him and his contingency plans. But then like the Joker managed to fool the Batman and thinking that he was a doctor, and then locked him up in a cage in Arkham Asylum and pretty much blew it up. Now Batman somehow made it out, but barely. I think it messed him up so bad that he forgot who he was for a while. So the world didn't see Batman for a good minute, for a good while. So, but yeah, Batman. I mean, it's just like the Joker was nothing to play with. And I was like, okay, that showed like how Joker really was. And like, the thing about it was, the Joker knew who Batman's secret identity was. He knew where everybody's secret identity was. He just didn't care. He didn't care about Bruce Wayne or Dick Grayson or all the other people who were there. He was interested in the persona. Hey, Shar. And I remember, oh yeah, The Dark Knight. Yeah, Joker said this quote, and I think it sums up to why the Joker sees the world as a cosmic joke. And he said, "You see, their morals, their code, it's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as they're only as good as the world allows them to be. When the chips are down, these civilized people they'll eat each other." Some truth to that. I mean, I guess it depends on how good of a person you are, or I mean, it just depending on how strong your code is. But I don't really. I mean, me, hey, Sonny, yeah, I don't really subscribe to the whole morality thing. And the reason why is because morality is something that the powerful give to the powerless to keep them powerless. Because I mean, you ever see like certain stories? They say it'll be like somebody that probably probably better say for everybody if you just took them out and the person had a chance to do it, but then somebody said, "No, you can't do it. You'll be just like that person." And I'm like, huh? Why would you? Why would you be like that person? You would take you take the person out. You're done. You're not gonna go out and be that do what they're doing unless you already had that within you then to begin with. You'd be like, as soon as you take the person out, shoot, that's it. Game over. Go home. If you get away with it, hey, game over. Or if you do take out somebody, it's like, well, we have to make sure that they find out that you did it somehow. Like, and that, I mean, just and really in reality, that don't always happen. So just like seeing that, I was just like, okay. I mean, I thought that was, kind of interesting that they that they had that, going there. But the Joker's quite a complex character. But like the reason, and like it's like, and it was like when Jason Todd, the second Robin, who had almost died through the hands of Joker, which Batman thought he died to the Joker when the Joker beat him almost to death, and when the Joker and when Jason Todd, the second Robin, came back as Red Hood, he asked Batman. He said, so I can get anybody else, but why did you let him live? Anybody but him. And he was telling me it was too easy. And I think for Batman, if Batman had killed Joker, he would probably come like the Joker, because I mean, truth be told, they are almost the same type of person. I mean, I mean, if you, yeah, like go back to the book, The Killing Joke, the only difference between him and the Joker that Batman said is one bad day. That's the only difference. I mean, if you really think about it, it's like what I mean, what happens if it's like think about it, like you see man running around a bat suit. It's just like, that would seem pretty insane. But but you know what? Like, now thinking about it, and I think Joker said it's kind of like like a little boy that run on a bat suit, I guess scream for his parents or something like that, whatever, something like that. But yeah, like but the Dark Knight, it was interesting because I remember hearing the theory that like how like Joker saved Batman, Gotham City, in which to an extent he did actually save Gotham City, because because of him he took out all the mob bosses, and even though like he turned he made he showed Harvey Dent his true self in the worst way possible. Even after and I mean even after he went on a crime spree, the Joker made Batman break his run rule, which was to never kill, which he ended up killing Harvey Dent. But at the same time, you know, Harvey Dent was used as a martyr to, as a, he was a martyr to show he was a beacon for justice in Gotham instead of Batman, which, in Dark Knight, he united the city. I mean, of course, until Bane came, but to then, I think Gotham City like had like 5 years apiece. So pretty much, they did that and turned against the Batman. So Batman had to go in to hide it. Oh, thanks, Sonny. So yeah, so it was really interesting. I was like, yeah, and I mean, not Harvey. Heath Ledger's Joker was like so close to the original. It was like ridiculous. I was like, I was almost looking at the Joker from the comics. Now, I mean, he didn't do it like a lot of laughing like in some Jokers. Well, most of them anyway. But I mean, there are different versions of Jokers. I mean, there was like one like a New 52 version, which there was one Joker that for whatever reason he wanted to cut off his face. I don't know why, but he wanted to cut off his face, and then he disappeared for a while. Then he came back, took his face back, and put it on it. tied it back, tied it back, tied the skin of his face back on him, and decided to go on a go on a rampage against the Bat Family. But I mean, not directly Batman, but just went on a rampage on just try to because he wanted to get the Bat Family out the way because he felt that the Bat Family was dragging him down. Like this time, there was already like three Robins, and I guess Dane Wayne would be the fifth one at the time, but which of course like was Bruce Wayne's son because of course he came back from the dead after being killed by a clone of himself, of an adult clone of himself, and yeah, I mean of course after stopping him, Joker disappeared after a while, but it's like thing about it was like even when there was a time like when like Batman was assumed to be dead, you didn't see the Joker around. Like I mean, you did see him, but the Joker wasn't even doing anything. Matter of fact, Joker was actually sad that Batman was gone. So this one like Dick Grayson, the first Robin was they assumed the mantle of Batman. So people thought this was the same Batman. I mean, except for those who actually knew Batman's identity, or kind of knew his personality, then they would know that that's not the same Batman. But yeah, for most villains, that pretty much worked on them. So yeah, as far as that, like as far as chaos and order, it's like I guess chaos is a double edged sword. I guess it depends on what how I guess how it's used. But chaos is unpredictable, so yes, if you want something that you can predict, then yeah, you want to structure it. But otherwise, chaos is a little hard to structure. So yeah, that, to all my lone wolves, stand up. But yeah, maybe yeah, I'll probably put a link on there. Everybody wants to talk real quick. Otherwise, I'll probably just end it in a few minutes. But yeah, I got some more stuff in the works. As a matter of fact, if anybody is interested in doing poetry nights, I'll put my email here, and you email me to put it on the list. But I don't know what day I'm gonna do it on. But well, I mean it's probably poetry, but it's open mic, so you can either bring poetry or if you want to do something, else. Then that's all. Thanks. Yeah, yeah, I like it too. To royalty. So email there if you're interested in poetry night. Just let me know if you want to do it. I put you on the list, and out of that or hit me up on or add me on not Facebook, on IG or Twitter. If you add me on there, I'll most certainly add you back. So I follow you back, and if you and I will most certainly get back with you. Oh yeah, yeah. What's your favorite animal? I mean, this is why my lone wolves. I mean, if you're a lone wolf, stand up. You know, ow, ow, ow. The lone wolf stand up. But yeah, I mean, cause like yeah, when I do this night, it's gonna hopefully it'll be pretty. It'll work out well. Hopefully get a lot of people coming out to it. Coming to it, checking it out. So, I mean, hope you know, once get enough people to to join. Oh yeah, we about to really about to really be something good happening here. Tell you, just don't know. But yeah, yeah. I mean, and the thing about it is, I mean, if you had, I mean, I guess like oh yeah, and shout out to everybody who went and checked out my, who checked out my poetry and gave me feedback on it. I really appreciate it. And those who shared, I think maybe one or two of them got shared. I appreciate that too. Too. What static? Oh, is that static? Oh, okay, I hear it. Let me see. Check this out. All right, how about now? It's still getting static now. All right, cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Okay, I guess I just need to plug and plug it back in. Okay, that worked every time. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who came out, checked down, even though I put the. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that, but okay, I don't know. I guess I can't tell you why it's doing that, but guess you just have to roll with it for now. But as far as that, like yeah, appreciate all the support I got for the poetry and the new song I put out about a couple hours ago. Meant to do this earlier, but stuff happens. so yeah, yeah. So I just thought I should you know do this one because kind of thought about it, like earlier today. I was like looking at all these Joker quotes, and I'm like, okay, royalty. Yeah, it won't. Yeah, you won't be too far. Let me see. Yes. Let me see so I can tell you. Yeah, I think like metamorphosis and start metamorphosis and worship protocol. On up to the festival good vibes. I guess you want to check out the music video. That's to be the latest one. But other than that, yeah, those are all it's all the poetry besides the Zero's touch of jazz, touch Zero's touch of jazz. Yeah. So yeah, I guess. So I guess I pretty much said what I needed to say, but like I said, if you're interested in, either, share poetry or something else, I'll say it's poetry night, but it can be open. It's more of open mic than anything. So, anybody who feels like coming out and sharing, I'm putting it out there. But, but I, cause I wanted, I want to try to get as many people as I can, and I'm gonna, and also gonna try to reach out to some of my people, here in the city because I know a lot of, okay, okay, yeah, tell your mom that I'm returning the love and thanks right back. Yeah, I have friends that spoken word artists now. I don't, do a lot of poetry and all that, but I don't know. I mean, I would have to see if they would want to, they're interested in it. But other than that, I mean, if it's just like maybe a few people, then it is what it is. As long as anticipation, it might be it might be quite a long poetry night, or it might be short. Who knows? But what I do know is it will be good. Poetry open mic night. I guess if you want to do art or you want to sing or something like that or whatever, you're more than welcome to do that. But I was just thinking more poetry because I've been trying to get back into it. But like all the poems that I put up so far were like poems that I had done years ago. I haven't just found. I think I just found them like last Sunday. Well, I mean, all of us at the all of us at the Metamorphosis and the Call of Peace. I had found them first because I remember messaging someone about it, so I just managed to just go and copy it and copy and paste it on my phone. That was what I did as far as that, and then I went there, looked through my stuff, and found some of my old poems. I mean, unfortunately, I couldn't find the rest of them, which I think a lot of them will be, a lot of them will be lost forever. But from ones I did find, I, you know, I put them, I put them out there. Now, I think I am, working on a couple, working on one or two of them, poems. So I mean, well, I might have one or two. Maybe when it gets started, maybe I have more than one or two. But I'll just kind of present them there, and then I guess if later on, I probably just record it again and just do it, do it as a video so people can listen to it again, however much they want to. So yeah, with that, I don't think I have any. I think it's all the updates I'm doing so far. But of course, I always got more in the works. But that's something I'm really going to try to push for the poetry night. So that's why I'm just saying it because I'm already in the works of doing it. So I'm like pretty close to getting to where I wanted to. So that's why I'm talking about it now. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and get my shout outs. Shout out to Victoriously Shay. Shout out to me and Marilyn Gale. Shout out to Rhoda Simpson. Shout out to Melissa Scott. Shout out to Chef Rail Young. Shout out to Miss TR. Shout out to Just Ash Shar. Shout out to Sunny. sunny, stormy, and I think that's it. Oh yeah. When I have it set, when I have it ready, I will be setting a date. So yeah, just whenever just check my channel regularly for scheduled streams because it will be scheduled. So so yeah, so yeah. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate y'all. And as the sign says, Lone Wolf stand up. Ow, ow, ow. And I'll see you guys later. Gonna end it off with the Bridge Builder music. So have a good day, and I will be on again probably 11:30 p.m. Central Time. So if y'all around, come through. If not, I'll see you another time. Till then, holding us bounds by bridge people, and I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the music.